Aloha class, so 11, 12, dropping or retaining a segment. As we can see, Bed and Bath Retail Company has two departments, hardware and linens. The company's most recent contribution margin format income statements as follows. We can definitely see that linens is struggling because they have these huge fixed expenses and they're having a negative operating income or loss. This is a loss. Study indicates that $340,000 of fixed expenses being charged to linen are sunk or allocated costs that will continue even if the linen department is dropped. So, in addition, the elimination of linen department will result in a 10% decrease in the sales of hardware department. So not only is dropping it affecting the whole segment of linens, it's also affecting hardware. We'd probably have to do a contribution margin ratio or a variable expense ratio to know the percentage of variable expenses, as we're going to dial it down to 90%. So, you know, this is at 100%, we need a 10% decrease, or we could go down to 90%. Linens department is dropped. What will be the effect on net operating income in this company? So, similar to a problem we've done before. Yeah. Sorry, let me hide that for you. Hide. Lost out on contribution, no longer have a positive $600,000. Remember that this is the quick way of doing it, or just the differential. So again, we're losing $600,000 because we no longer have linens. We're not making sales. So like a negative million, we don't have $1 million in sales, but we're saving money because we don't have variable expenses, but we'll still lose out on $600,000 of contribution margin. Right, and so saved on everything that was not a sunk cost. Always on contribution margin, decrease of sales in the hardware. And then we have the decrease on sales, right? So we could do decrease of sales 10%, we could do decrease of variable expenses by 10%, but then it all ends up at contribution margin. Contribution margin is the key there. So saved on everything that was not a sunk cost. Let's go back to those sunk costs again. So indicates $340,000 of fixed expenses are sunk. So we're not saving anything with $340,000 of these, but we will save the rest, or the rest of the fixed expenses are traceable to this product, while $340,000 are not traceable, sunk, or allocated. So $340,000 are traceable. We can't save any money of those, but we can save $460,000. And then we could also calculate our decrease from the hardware department. So remember, this is only going to operate at 90%, or we could do a 10% decrease. Let's see, a 10% decrease. So we're going to lose 10% of this contribution margin, if that makes sense. Right, we're losing out, and this, remember how we lost out on our contribution margin here, so 10% of this contribution margin is not going to be there anymore, and it needs to be a negative because we're losing out on that money because we're dropping a segment. And so we can see how this analysis is going to play out with what's the effect, right? So not only do we start with 200,000, this is the change. This is the change, so we are going to lose out in total 350, or not in total, the changed amount, 350,000. So in total, this would be a total altogether, like from the linens that was at a negative 200,000, if we drop it, we're losing 550,000 US dollars, I believe. Right, and then we can unhide it and check ourselves, right? So this was the change. Right, and remember, this changes from here to here, so not only are we going to lose that, but we're going to increase this into 550,000. And this is kind of a proof, right? So you had 0 sales, 0 variable expenses, 0 contribution margin. You still have to pay for the 340,000 because it was sunk or allocated costs that will continue even if the linen department is dropped. So you're not saving anything, you still have to pay 340,000. Right, so you still have to pay 340,000. We lost sales from our hardware department, and that was 10% over there. And so that's our total net operating loss from discontinuing the linens, pretty much. And you can see similar things like that. Again, so this is, original, this is the discontinued income statement for linens, if we were to discontinue it, and then this would be our change here, and you can see how that is going to be the change, right? Or maybe we could just pull this one. This is the change between this one and this one. We're losing a negative $350,000, and that's what we're looking for in this problem.